Okay, Coach, so normally thoughts turn to basketball this time of year in the Hoosier State, but not so this year. The NFL playoffs have come to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Brooklyn Beats and the Indianapolis Colts. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready? Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Oh, you got deep? Set. Go.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. He's got a first down past the 30. The 40. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines, 83 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Mike. Check 55. Mike. Hey, five wide.
They'll run on first down. Peyton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 22-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up fourth down.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Now it's Hines. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
On first down, Hines. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
At the 16-yard line.
On second down now, it's Logan, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. That one, a first down pickup of 8. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things set.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Off the play fake. Drake. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. On play action, Allen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood! 56, 56!
Now Allen. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As they are now on the board here in the first half. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Logan. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Ed Oliver able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. On 3rd down, Drake. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
See, that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Allen now looks to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And some room to roam now. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Colts' 28-yard line.
Hey, alert! I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
2nd and 5 now. Allen, they set up the screen to Peyton. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? To throw, it's Allen. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Eluding the pressure right. Campbell making the catch. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll get into the end zone touchdown, Indianapolis. T.J. Logan with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
And got his man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off play action. Drake. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Equanimeous St. Brown. It's 2nd down and 10.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 48. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And here's Allen to throw again. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 43.
56.
First down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On second down, Peyton. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. An effective 10 yards there takes us back to first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rid of it.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Vic Beasley able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Watch the screen.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. Trying to lay one. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 44 yards. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Second and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Off the play fake. Drake. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
Let's go. First down and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Round 80. Mike 47.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. He looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Set, go.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. Nifty move there on the run, but ultimately brought down at the 25. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch the whip. Let's go. Come on.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
That good for 19 and a first down.
That's another Colts first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run with Logan. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
Too little, cut. Set, go. Set is the mic. Watch 57. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They run again with Logan. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Tackles.
Looking to throw. Drake looking for Campbell downfield. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Check 31.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the
47. Set is the mic. I'm going to run you over.
Allen off the play fake. So this is Shepard on the catch. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll run on first down. Peyton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On play action, Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch. Hey, wahoo! Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
To the air, Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And an alley to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Hines on the toss play. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marcus Johnson, 40 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now this time, Allen will throw. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
5 wide.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Hard to believe his 1st catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
To throw again on second down. Allen. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Check 50. Check 55. Watch the
They go play action here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Allen. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Ebron's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Darius Leonard, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Johnson, the intended target, and it's third down. The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and a mile.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Operating from the gun. Drake. And the catch made by Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marcus Johnson with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Yeah.